next 10-15 minutes at the max is to tell you about three remarkable women. So I'll get the intro about myself out of the way to start with, because I'm definitely not the interesting person. These three women are much more interesting than I am. So I'm Emma. I'm the Chief Executive at Weston Park Cancer Charity. I joined the charity in 2019. You might be able to tell by my Sheffield, what I call my Sean Bean accent. So I'm a Sheffielder born and raised, and I absolutely love being part of this charity, and it's an absolute privilege to be its chief executive. The charity supports Weston Park Hospital or Weston Park Cancer Centre in Sheffield. But as you may know, that cancer centre, specialist cancer centre, serves the population of South Yorkshire and Bassetlaw, and so does the charity. We have around £4 million worth of income each year, and that money is raised through the generosity of local people. People like a whole range of people like Janet, who knits cardigans and little things and trinkets and things like that, and she's raised over £40,000 just through knitting. People run marathons, they jump out of aeroplanes, people very kindly leave gifts to the charity in their will, and each year we make sure that that money is spent in the best possible way to serve the people of South Yorkshire impacted, and North Derbyshire, Bassetlaw impacted by cancer. We have around 60 staff, around 200 volunteers, and yeah, it is a really special place. 1 in 2 of us will receive a cancer diagnosis in our lifetime. So I am sure there's people on this call today who have been impacted by the disease, either directly or indirectly. So all of us at some point will face some of these challenges and some of these life-changing moments. So I want to share with you 3 remarkable women who are all doing amazing things to champion the charity, to champion the difference that we can make for people affected by cancer in this region. And what I would want to say is they do it quietly. They do it without a big fanfare, but honestly, the difference they make is truly remarkable. So we'll go on to the next slide, and I want to introduce you to Satya. So the Satya's in the top, whichever, right, left, whichever, she's a top picture. Satya is a consultant at Weston Park Hospital. She's lovely, remarkable woman. She's a trustee at the charity, and what she is doing is championing our See It, Treat It campaign. It's the largest appeal that the charity has done in its 30-year history, and we are seeking to raise £1.85 million. And I have to take a moment to pause after I've said that, because it does give me sleepless nights every now and again. But the reason that we're doing that is to bring an MRI simulator to Weston Park Hospital. Now, this will help the consultants and the clinical team there to be able to plan and deliver much more accurate radiotherapy than they have ever been able to do before. So on the slide, you will see 2 scan images. On the left-hand side, you will see a standard CT scan. And when I first saw these images, honestly, my GCSE biology was not doing me a very good service, if I'm honest. I was asked whether I could see anything, actually, whether I could see anything on the CT scan. And as I say, my GCSE biology was kind of like, oh, I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing, but there's nothing that's sticking out for me. The next image that I saw was the MRI scan, and as you can see there, the yellow arrows point to the tumour. And I will never forget the phrase that was said to me at that point in time, which was, Emma, if I can see it, I can treat it. And I knew at that point that we must get this machine for Weston Park Hospital and to benefit local people. So as I said, Satya is 100% behind this campaign. She is championing it from internally within the hospital, within the trust, and also being able to inspire our amazing supporters and donors right across the region to get behind this campaign. We've had amazing support from Westfield Health, who gave their biggest ever pledge of £500,000, and also a local family who gave a £500,000 donation. And you'll see there, for those people who are Wednesday fans or other football teams, I'm very sorry, but the Blades are definitely very much behind this appeal. So I'm conscious of time, so I'll just go on to my next slide. And I want you to meet Wahida. Now, this human being is an absolute force of nature. Wahida is a breast cancer patient, and she volunteers her time at the charity, and really got behind our initiative of our Big Purple buses. Now, our Big Purple buses, as you can see on the side of them, it says "Step on board now for free cancer support." And what we knew before doing this initiative was that the people who were coming for support at our cancer support centre beside Weston Park Hospital were predominantly white, predominantly middle class, and they were not the people who essentially needed our support the most. Wahida, along with others, have been absolute advocates and champions of us being able to take our support and our work out into underserved communities. And she has been, as I say, an absolute powerhouse of a human being to help us do that, to help us connect, to keep us spurring us on in the work that we do. We now have services. We take our Big Purple bus out into communities right across Sheffield. I was born and raised on the Manor in Sheffield. It is one of our spots. It's the place that we launched the Big Purple bus. We are now in Burngreave, we're in Darnall, we're in Southey, and we have gone beyond the bounds of Sheffield into Rotherham and Barnsley, and we are moving further afield as well. So absolutely passionate, but it's women like Wahida that help us in a whole variety of ways, but bring their passion to projects like this. I'll skip on to the next one. So this one I might get a little bit emotional at, actually. So the person in the top right in the Weston Park t-shirt is a woman called Eleanor.
And how the construction of a racialised body is.
Oh, apologies. Thank you, whoever managed to do that. So she has what look like Christmas baubles, silver ones on her head. What they actually are glitter balls. She wears them in memory and in honour of her daughter Molly, the wonderful human being in the love heart glasses. Molly sadly lost her life to cancer at just age 27. And Eleanor, again, is a powerhouse of a human being, and she created Team Molly. They have run marathons. They have the picture on the bottom left is a hoedown that they do each year. Essentially, she has brought together a community of people, all in memory of Molly, all raising vital funds, and all being able to come together to make a difference for people in the future. Eleanor, if she was running for Prime Minister, she would absolutely get my vote every single time. And she does, as I say, all of this very quietly. She is remarkable. And her passion for her daughter, her family, the community, but also her passion for making a difference for future people, for future generations, is nothing short of remarkable. So these three women in a variety of different ways are making a difference to local people, to local communities, and to the difference that Weston Park Cancer Charity and the hospital can make for people, for our neighbours, for our loved ones, for our own communities. Last slide. So these are just some of the ways that Weston Park Cancer Charity has made a difference. The year is 24-25. We are currently doing our calculations for the 25-26 period. But just to give you an idea of the different types of things that we do. So we invest into research, and I would describe that as boffins looking down microscopes, trying to work out treatments and ways of improving cancer treatments for the future. You can see, and I've spoke about our big purple buses, taking our services and support out into communities. We have a grants programme, so funding research nurses at the Cancer Clinical Trial Centre. We also fund small community projects. One example there is people affected by cancer, especially swimming sessions. We run a transport service supporting people to make their way to Weston Park Hospital and Sheffield Teaching Hospitals who otherwise may turn down support and treatment because of the barriers of getting there. Now, those are minibuses driven by volunteer drivers and they run every day, Monday to Friday, twice a day from Barnsley, from Rotherham, from Chesterfield, and have a shuttle service at Meadow Hall as well. We support people directly. We run a helpline. We run a drop-in service at our Cancer Support Centre, and we recorded nearly 25,000 interactions of support for local people in that 12-month period. So I'm going to stop there, but what I hope you can see is why I'm a very proud Chief Executive, and also why the difference three remarkable women have made to this charity, but also for people affected by cancer across this region through their passion and their expertise. Thank you.